I don't think, I know he's a good shooter. And Coach Jackson would prefer that we work the ball in just a little bit better. Fleming on the drive, defended there. Nice job by McClung. And Fleming unable to connect on the layup.
Malachi takes himself.
Malachi with the three, and it's in and out. Rebound. Pulled down by Brown.
Good hands.
Or Smith, rather. Ball stolen from him by Hicks. He goes in for the errant layup. No good.
I would have liked seeing Armani just go straight up with that.
Yeah. Fleming on the other end with the easy layup on the breakout. Gives the Tigers a 2.
If Armani goes straight up, he might draw a foul on that. He kind of bailed him out trying to reverse that.
Yeah.
Stolen again.
Dom Collins with it. He drives to the rim. His layup no good. Rebound pulled down by Trevor Kelly. Here's McClung with it. Top the key for Oak Hill. Both teams struggling with the pressure just a little bit. I don't know if it's good defense, bad offense. As Kiska's three-pointer way off the mark. No good. And here comes Princeton with it the other way. Sarton drives in, and he's going to draw the foul.
I think that's going to be on Armani Hicks. That's his second.
Yep, Armani Hicks with his second foul tonight. Sarton a little out of control there, and that would have been a good opportunity for Oak Hill to step up and get a charge. Looks like he might be injured as well.
Kiska's got a couple good looks from the corner, just hasn't been able to knock him down.
Looks like it might have been hurrying it just a little bit there on that last one. He kind of rushed it just a little bit. He found himself open and took a quick shot. Probably had a drive to the basket. Sarton's free throw up, no good. Way off the mark. He'll get another one, and
Wright's going to check in. Wright had a good first half. I had him unofficially with 5 points, 3 boards, and a steal. And he was really active for Oak Hill in that first half. He helped get him back in that game.
Second free throw by Sarton is good as Andre Wright checks in for Kiska and back into the lineup for the Princeton Tigers. Britt Beasley as he replaces Cohen Sarton. There's Oak Hill with it. Again, Princeton out in this zone now. And their zone is 1-2-2. Hicks, three-pointer up, no good. Fleming down with the rebound. Nice rebound.
That's Fleming's 6th of the game.
Yep. And here comes Princeton back with it. Chance to tie or take the lead right here. Collins with the three-pointer, and it's way off the mark. No good. And the ball's knocked out by Oak Hill. So Dom Collins airballs the three, but Oak Hill unable to corral that rebound.
Greg, Oak Hill is getting a wing three on their offensive end. Princeton's given that up, but they haven't been able to hit them yet.
Yep. Yeah, if you want to get them out of these zones, you got to make shots. And neither team has really done that a bunch tonight. And speaking of that, it's another long ball. This time put up by Stover. It's no good. And Oak Hill back the other way. McClung with a three of his own. And it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Kelly. His shot up, no good, but going to draw a foul.
So Kelly's done really good work on the boards tonight. I have him unofficially with 7 rebounds now. And he's the leading rebounder for both teams. He's done really solid work for Oak Hill on the boards tonight.
I believe they called that foul on Beasley to be his first. Fleming was worried it was on him. Kelly goes to the line, makes the first one.
And again, Greg, we're seeing Tom Jones come off the bench getting his first varsity action of the year as he checks in for Noah McClung.
Yep, Tom Jones played a lot of JV ball. Getting his first varsity action as Kelly knocks in free throw number 2. And here comes Princeton with it. Trying to work around this zone again. As Oak Hill packs it in there pretty tight, and Dom Collins with the three, and he misses the shot, but he's going to be fouled. And that foul's going to be on Jones.
The unfortunate part of that is I think that's the shot that Benitez wants him to take.
Absolutely.
He'll live with Dom, and this isn't a knock on Dom Collins, but he'll live with Collins taking 21, 22 footers out there.
Absolutely. So Collins hit the line shooting 3. No good on the first one.
Nobody's going to be making videotapes of foul shooting tonight and selling
That's for
them.
sure.
There's been some, oh boy, right on cue.
Wow.
They might be taking a video of it to just reinforce being to work on it.
Wow. Zaylon Neely checks in. And tell you what, that was one ugly foul shot. And that one wasn't much better as he misses.
He barely
all 3.
drew rim on that.
Yep. And as everybody knows, he just signed to play football at WVU.
We'll be rooting for him next year.
That's right. That's right. A little small, but they say if he puts on some weight and some muscle, might be able to help a little bit. Here's Thomas. Jones with a 3, and it's no good. Out of bounds on Oak Hill. Princeton basketball.
I got to tell you, I appreciate the confidence of guys like Tom Jones and Noah McClung. I mean, they are not gun shy, man.
Right. Yeah, they didn't hesitate on those
shots.
Not
at all.
And again, another errant pass by Princeton. Really struggling. It's just quick-handed Oak Hill defense here right now. Working around the perimeter. Long three-pointer up and no good. And that three-pointer put up by Stover, but Oak Hill pulls the rebound down. As Neely comes out there with it. Neely with it now on top as Princeton really struggling against this zone. Hate to keep saying that, but Oak Hill doing an excellent job keeping the ball out of the middle, and as they try to go to the middle, it's deflected and stolen by Oak Hill. So great defensive set by Oak Hill on that possession. Here's Hicks, drives in, kicks it out to Malachi Lewis. Pull-up jumper is good by Malachi Lewis.
He's got a really good mid-range game.
Here's Princeton with it. Collins drives to the basket and he loses control. Out of bounds on Princeton.
Yeah, this zone's really giving Princeton a lot of trouble. They're not attacking it at all. They're just settling for threes. Nobody's cutting through the middle.
Yeah, they're having a hard time with it. And I think out on top, you got such quickness for Oak Hill. They're really able to cover the ground out there and get their hands up, deflect passes. So that's been a problem. And got a foul on Princeton, and that foul is on Stover.
And I got him with 3.
Yep.
This is unofficial, but I've got him with 3. So the fouls, the individual fouls are really piling up for Princeton. But they are a deep team. They played 9-10 guys.
Right. Long inbounds pass is stolen, and it's going to be a layup missed and put back up in by Sarton, or Neely rather, as the layup was missed by Beasley, and Neely there to clean it up. Good job by him following the play. Bad job by Oak Hill on the inbounds pass. 28-24. Princeton leads it. 1:45 to go, third quarter. Trevor Kelly, foul line, jumper, good.
That's textbook offense against the zone, isn't it, Greg? You did that little cut to the middle, foul line jumper.
Yep, that middle spot usually is open for that, and if you can make those shots, you can work them right out of that zone. All right, here's Princeton with it now, and driving to the basket. Stover, he's fouled.
It's going to be on Andre Wright.
Yep. So Andre Wright picks up his first foul, and that'll send Gavin Stover to the line, shooting 2, and that was an ugly foul shot, but it went in. Kind of threw it up there, and it just died on the rim and rolled in.
Yeah, again, nobody's making videotapes and selling them on how to shoot foul shots tonight.
Now, if he does that again, I'll give him credit for a good shot. Yeah, well,
You very nearly did. Yeah.
Wasn't too far from it.
No,
was
Right.
no, it wasn't.
Hey, the point is, he made them both, and that's what matters.
He's actually the leading scorer with 8 now.
30-26, Oak Hill leads it. And Oak Hill backing out, slowing it down here just a little bit. Looks like they might try to run some clock here, leading by 4. Malachi Lewis with it. Right out there by Stover. Kelly drives in, kicks it, Thomas Jones in the wing. He back to Hicks, on the wing rather. Hicks drives, ball stolen from him. And here comes Princeton the other way. And they fumble around with it. Markel Lowe finally gets the shot up, no good.
Well, Princeton really had a great look. They did everything but knock the shot down. They blew that break.
Yes, they did. So now I think Oak Hill will pull out and hold for this last shot. Everybody in the front court been a little shaky with the ball tonight. Well, I think that's what Benitez had in mind for the last shot, but he'll take it. Andre Wright from the corner 3, no good. Rebound, Trevor Kelly. Here he comes with it. 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Oak Hill resets, and here goes Wright. Drives to the middle, jump shot up, and good. Andre Wright with a big bucket. We end up the third quarter of play. The Oak Hill Red Devils lead it 32-26 on the jumper by Wright. Get us a quick break in, come back, get you ready for fourth quarter action here from the Lilly Center. Oak Hill leads it 32-26.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
Lilly Center, Fred Ferry Court. Side of tonight's matchup between the Oak Hill Red Devils and the Princeton Tigers. End of 3. Oak Hill leads at 32-26. We're just talking there during the break about the three-point shooting. Looks like I have Oak Hill 1 for 7 in that quarter. And I have Princeton 1 for 4. So,
Greg, I did want to give credit that very last possession. Trevor Kelly got another offensive rebound. He's got 9 total, and he was able to keep that possession alive as Andre Wright was able to get a shot right before the buzzer went off to extend that lead.
Yep, sure was. Trevor done a good job on the boards and able to save it, get it over to Wright with 10 seconds. He drove the middle and hit the big jump shot. And Oak Hill gets possession coming out, and they turn it over as Hicks throws it away. Pass was intercepted by Beasley, and he goes down and lays it in.
We're going to see Princeton pick up that defensive pressure again.
I think, both teams really struggled out here in the front court, and Coach Jackson going to take a timeout, try to get these guys lined out against this pressure. And I don't know that they're actually coming out of their zone, but they're really starting to pressure the basketball.
Yeah, that they're flexing their muscle athletically again. Benitez has done a good job tonight. He's done a couple unusual things. He had an unusual starting lineup with Noah McClung instead of Andre Wright. Tom Jones has gotten his first action of the night, varsity action of the night. And so I have to give credit to Benitez. We're off to a slow start, but I do think his coaching moves, playing a zone, getting some kids playing time that really haven't gotten playing time this year, has really kind of made a difference for Oak Hill tonight.
Yep, I agree. And he has done some different stuff. And with the exception of turning it over a few times out here in the front court, Oak Hill has done a pretty good job after that first quarter. They didn't give any good looks the first quarter. And you talk about the three-point shooting, 1 for 7, whatever it is, but when you're wide open in today's game, you got to take that shot.
Well, that 5-out offense he runs, I mean, he told me that's what you expect.
Right.
You expect to have 5 kids who take that shot if it's there.
Right, and he obviously has kids that he believes can make those shots, or he wouldn't have them out there taking them. All right, here comes Oak Hill. After the timeout, Malachi Lewis checks back in. Probably get him settled down out there in that front court a little bit. And Kelly pulls up. Tough shot. Not a good shot that time by Trevor Kelly. Man, right in his face. Princeton on the other end loses it. Here comes Wright. He pulls up. That's not a good shot either. But
nice
the ball is
save.
saved by Malachi Lewis. Kicks it back to Trevor Kelly, who lays it in. Great job by Malachi Lewis that time to haul in that errant shot. And again, Princeton turns it over on the other end. Oak Hill will have a chance to extend this lead to 8, and I believe that would be the biggest lead of the night.
Yeah, I think you're right. Good look.
Cole Nelson, who's checked in, and he loses the ball to Fleming. Again, really unsure with the basketball. Quite a few turnovers out there in the front court. Here's Fleming with it for Princeton. And now, Oak Hill basically dare and Princeton take these shots. And there is a nice shot. And he will take it because he's hit a few tonight. Britt Beasley.
He's the first Tiger in double figures. He's got 11. And you're right, he's been the one kid who's been able to hit that outside shot when it's been there.
And that time, none of the other kids would even really look at it. Andre Wright not afraid to take it. Hits three-pointer up. No good. And Oak Hill has all of a sudden decided to take a few bad shots here on the last couple of possessions. Here's Fleming, his long three-pointer. No good, up and over the backboard, out of bounds.
But again, that's what Benitez wants.
Oh, yeah.
Fleming's their big guy, and if he's going to jack threes, Benitez will take that all day.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's exactly what Benitez wants with that zone.
There's Oak Hill with it. A little trouble getting it in. Kelly finally gets it into Lewis. Ends up back to Kelly, half court, throws deep into Jones. Jones inside to Nelson, and he kicks it back to Jones for the layup.
It's his
Jones.
first varsity points of the year. Nice job.
Big bucket right there. Good job by Nelson to get him the basketball. And here comes Princeton with it the other way. Down the lane, Stover drops it off to Fleming, and he lays it in. Nice pass.
That's a beautiful pass.
It's one of the few times tonight you've seen Princeton really drive it hard to the rim and then dump it off. Here's Kelly at the half-court line, tries to dribble, loses it. Markel Lowe goes in for the layup. It's no good, but Fleming there for the rebound. He knocks it in. Closes the deficit to 1 point, and Benitez Jackson will have to take a timeout. With 5:07 left in the ball game, Oak Hill's lead cut down to 1. It was 36-28, so that's 7 in a row for Princeton.
Set up by their defensive pressure again, and I think that was the turning point in the first half. Princeton's pressure was giving Oak Hill a lot of trouble, but then they got into foul trouble. They were so aggressive with it that put Oak Hill on the line, and then they finally came out of it a bit. But being down, 8 here in the quarter, they're picking it back up, and they are, I think, athlete for athlete, they're a little superior to Oak Hill. Their athleticism is a little bit better than Oak Hill.
Yeah, I think you're right, and their depth, I think, is a little better. They've played 9-10 players tonight. You really don't see a drop-off with any of them that come in. Oak Hill has played a few players, but not that many and not that long. So I think the depth is a factor as well, athleticism and depth. And that quickness out front's really giving them some problems as well.
And they are. Their guards are cat quick. Lowe and Collins and Beasley. They are really quick out there. They're causing a lot of havoc at the defensive end right now.
Yep. Yeah, we've had numerous turnovers out there in that front court just due to quickness. All right, so Oak Hill will have it. Princeton has bumped up into this full court pressure. It's given Oak Hill a little bit of trouble. 2-1-2 pressure. And here comes the Red Devils. We'll see how they attack. And they go to the one place you don't want to go to. Wright gets it on the sideline. He gets trapped, and he turns it over. And Beasley goes the other way and lays it in. So, again, you go right to the spot where you don't want to go, and that's the sideline, because that's nothing but an extra man.
And Oak Hill is really scurrying here.
Yeah, they're struggling with this pressure. Here's Wright, drives in, they need a bucket. Wright drives baseline, kicks it back out now to Lewis. Lewis double team, and again that pressure coming on the ball and really causing Oak Hill difficulties. Here's Trevor Kelly with it. And Malachi Lewis goes in for the shot, and he's fouled. I was wondering if they were going to call that. Now, one thing, and that foul is on Fleming, his fourth. One thing you will notice with Oak Hill is Trevor Kelly handling the ball a lot out on the top, and the reason for that is big men don't want to come out and guard him out there, so it gives them a little bit of a breather right there with him.
Yeah.
Malachi Lewis at the line, shooting 2.
So being this late in the game, I have to think they're just going to keep Fleming out there with his 4 fouls.
Yeah.
He's had a solid, he's got 10 points, 6 rebounds unofficially. He has been in foul trouble in and out all night. And it looks like Jones is going to sit down and Brent Conley's checking in. Jones got some big minutes for Oak Hill tonight.
Yep, Dom Collins checks back in for Princeton. Malachi Lewis with his second free throw, missed the first. Chance here to tie the ball game. And he misses a second free throw. 9-0 run here by Princeton. And make that 11 as Markel Lowe goes in and lays it in. 11-0 run for the Tigers. Again, Oak Hill with problems at half court. Armani Hicks loses control. Down the other way, ball is up and laid in this time by Gavin Stover. And almost another steal by Princeton.
Greg, they're just taking it to Oak Hill right now.
Yep.
They're taking the fight to Oak Hill, and Oak Hill's not responding.
It's a 13-0 run in the last, I'm going to say, 2 minutes. I think with 5:07 to go, we were up. I had a chance to go up 8.
Yeah, Oak Hill's kind of wilting under this pressure. They're going to have to stand up and do something.
Inside to Fleming. Turns, goes up. Short jumper, good. Nick Fleming with a nice shot. Puts it in and extends Princeton's lead now to 7. 3:23 to go in the ball game. And this pressure has absolutely killed Oak Hill. And I'll guarantee you they better get ready for it, because as Andre Wright hits the 3.
It's a big shot.
Big bucket for Oak Hill. When teams see this film, Lucas, Chris, when they see this film, you know what they're going to try to do to Oak Hill.
Oak Hill is, unfortunately, they've wilted under it here in the fourth. No, that was a big bucket from Andre Wright to stop the bleeding a little bit.
Yep.
But Princeton is absolutely just taking the fight to him here in the fourth quarter.
Chris, this kind of resembles the flow of the Greenbrier East game.
I agree. I was just thinking that. I think that's a great point, Lucas, where Oak Hill was up and he just took it to him in the fourth quarter.
But they also responded in that game. So,
all right, Kaiser goes in that time, tries to lay up, he gets it rejected. And here comes Oak Hill with it. Princeton a little bit smaller lineup in there now. Right with it out front. Drives, tries to go up for the shot, but it's knocked away. Malachi Lewis with it. Three-pointer just off the mark.
That's a good look.
Yep, he had a good look at it, no question. I don't think Princeton will be in any big hurry now on their offensive end. And they get it to Fleming. The easy layup that time. 45-39 now. 6-point lead by Princeton. We're down to 2 minutes in the ball game. Here's Andre Wright with it in the corner, in trouble. And again, aggressive defense, and Wright. And they're going to call foul on Fleming that time. I'm not so sure about that. As Wright went to the corner, he got double teamed. It was a very aggressive double team. And Fleming is going to be called for that foul, and that is going to be his 5th. So big, but not as big as it could have been early in the game.
Yeah. Actually, he looks like he's staying out there. Maybe he's not coming out, but he might have had a foul wrong in there somewhere. I had him with 5-2, though. But he's staying out there, so he must have 4.
Yep. All right, minute 54 left in the game. Here's Hicks with it. Drops it off to Malachi Lewis. Malachi Lewis drives. A lot of pressure and a lot of contact. And that foul is going to be called. That time on Stover. It'll be his fourth, and Malachi Lewis will go to the line. 32, and now we have a technical foul.
I'm wondering if the technical is because Fleming never came out.
I may have to get clarification on that. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either, but you and I both had him with 5. I think that's what it is. We have to get clarification. I think it's because Fleming had 5 and he never came out of the game. And you see Princeton, their official scores at the scores table,
and
they're discussing it. But I believe that's what it was. So you and I may have had that right.
Yeah, we may have. Malachi Lewis will go to the line. He'll have his 2 free throws to begin with.
And I think they called 2 technicals, if I'm not mistaken, on that.
I think they did.
I don't know what the second one was.
First free throw up by Malachi Lewis is good. 45-40, 1:46 to go. Second free throw up is good.
And this might be one of those situations where Malachi can just get in the flow here on the line by himself. He's got more shots coming to him.
Yep, and I think they're saying 4 shots, I believe. So it was
2 technicals.
2 technicals.
Now, I'm not sure what the second technical was. I do think the first technical was Fleming was playing with 5 fouls.
Okay. Third free throw by Malachi is good. And here comes the fourth one. It is good.
Those are 4 big foul shots. And he's still shooting, Greg.
Yep, that's 4 for 4. See, 2 for it, 2 technicals.
We might be into the personal here on the floor now.
Right.
Wow. How big is this sequence?
And one more shot.
Malachi can erase a 6-point lead with just foul shots here in one swoop.
6 free throw is good.
Just did.
So we have the personal foul with the 2 shots. Then we had 2 technicals. So they shot 4 free throws for that. So it's 6. Malachi makes all 6, and he ties the game at 45 apiece.
This could be an 8 or 9 point possession for Oak Hill. That is humongous. That's huge.
So no time goes off the clock, and we make up a 6-point deficit. And here comes Oak Hill on the offensive end. Armani Hicks with it. Left wing. After Malachi Lewis, top of the key. Surveys the court. Here comes this pressure again. And again, Oak Hill having a horrible time with it. Malachi Lewis tied up. And that'll be a jump ball.
Oh, he's cut open.
Possession arrow goes.
Stover's cut open, too. They clashed heads. He and Malachi clashed heads. Stover's cut open. He's going to have to come out.
Yep, so Stover goes out of the game.
It's like Blankenship's coming
Blankenship, yep. Jacob Blankenship, he checks in for Brent Conley. Princeton with the basketball.
That's a big development. Stover's really played well in their second half, too. They're taking him back to try to get him stitched up or bandaged up.
All right, here comes Princeton with the basketball down Fleming now, and Stover, and Armani Hicks steals the basketball, but it's stolen right back by Markel Lowe. Lowe turned it over, Hicks stole it, and then Lowe gets it right back. And I didn't see what happened that time. We got players up in front of us. Oak Hill draws the foul.
I think they're going to get Blankenship on the foul. He's going to be shooting, too. I got to tell you, I thought Sarton walked at the top of the key.
Yeah, I did, too. I did see that. And Dom Collins comes up with the basketball. He goes to the bucket and is fouled.
Now, Collins has really struggled from the line tonight.
Yeah, he's 0 for 3 in this half. And 0 for 4 now. We'll get a second one. 45-45, 103 in the ball game. Collins, second free throw up. Off the side of the rim, no good. So Collins. And ball is stolen the other way.
Oak Hill just not taking care of the basketball at all.
Yep. Down to 50 seconds to go. Big turnover right there.
And Greg, Oak Hill, Princeton's not attacking this zone very well at all. But
nope. Down to 25 seconds, going to hold obviously for this last shot. I'm not so sure if I wasn't Oak Hill, I'd go ahead and foul Dom Collins.
Oh, I don't think that'd be a terrible strategy.
Yeah, foul him early. That way if he makes it, you still have time to make one on the other end. But they're going to get the last shot the way it's going here. Down to 10, 9, 7. Collins top of the key. Pass deflected by Hicks. Almost stole, no fouling. Shot up and no good. Markel Lowe had a look at it. 10-foot jumper with nobody on him, but the shot fails to go in, and we're headed to overtime, 45 apiece. As time runs out and the ball game, man.
I tell you what, that's not the way they drew it up, but Lowe couldn't have had a better look at the basket there. I mean, he was all by himself, little mid-range jumper that just rimmed out on him.
And we were about an inch away from a steal by Hicks out here on top, maybe a layup on the other end for him. All right, so we'll go to overtime. Tied up at 45 apiece. 4 minutes on the clock.
Well, Greg, something to keep an eye on, and I'm not going to act like I know the rule exactly. So we're into overtime. Right now, Princeton has 5 fouls, and Oak Hill only has 1.
Yep.
And I'm not seeing Randy reset that just yet.
No, it don't reset in overtime. The overtime is an extension of the fourth quarter.
So then
everything stays.
That's a big advantage for Oak Hill, because any foul on Princeton, Oak Hill now is shooting.
Yep.
While on the other end, Oak Hill still has, they can foul 4 more times without Princeton shooting the ball.
Yep, that could be very pivotal. You are correct. Unless they have changed the rule. I always understood the fourth quarter is the overtime's extension of that fourth quarter, so everything stays the same, and you just play it out from there.
Well, it looks like they're keeping the fouls the way they are, so that's a big advantage for Oak Hill then.
Yep.
Not only that, but you've still got a few guys from Princeton in foul trouble.
Foul trouble, absolutely. Yep, sure do.
Well, and with Fleming out of the game now, he can't come back in.
Right.
Gavin Stover's got 4. He's actually out of the game with a cut.
Right.
So, yeah, Princeton's getting into their bench a little bit. They're without a couple of key contributors right now.
Yep. The good thing for them is the people that are out there have all played a lot tonight, so it's not like they're just coming in ice cold off the bench. All of them have played. Kaiser, Sarton.
Collins is going to show off his vertical here, jumping against Trevor Kelly.
Beasley, Markel Lowe, those guys have all been in the game a lot tonight. So, well, he didn't show a lot there. Maybe his timing was out of whack.
Maybe.
All right, here comes Oak Hill with it. And out front, this time they do get the foul call. And it's on Beasley. It has been very physical out there, to say the least. I'm not saying that there's been a lot of fouling, but there's been a lot of contact out there. Let's put it that way.
We've proven why it's a contact sport.
Yeah, right. Tell you what, a big 13-2 run by Princeton got them a lead in this game we didn't think was going to be overcome, but Oak Hill, with a bunch of foul shots on 2 technicals, closed that lead up quick. And Armani Hicks to the free throw line, misses the first one. He'll have a second one.
And they actually got Stover bandaged up. He's back in the game.
Yep, taped up, back in the ball game. Replaces Markel Lowe. Hicks with his second free throw up and in. Gives Oak Hill the 1-point lead, 46-45. Corral getting into it. Again, Oak Hill sticking to this zone, and Princeton did a lot better job there in the last couple of minutes of the game working against that zone, able to work that ball inside. They did a lot better job with it later on. Foul this time, Trevor Kelly.
I got him with 3. He's really the only Oak Hill player I have in any type of foul trouble.
Yep. And that's only the second team foul, so Princeton not shooting. Stover, three-pointer, no good. Kelly with the rebound.
Kelly's got 11 rebounds tonight, Greg. He's been big on the boards for Oak Hill.
And I believe I said Stover. I believe that was Beasley on that shot. And he's called for the foul. And that foul is on Gavin Stover.
And I think he's done.
I believe that is his 5th.
I think he's done.
Yep, and that is his 5th. I credited him with that last shot, but that wasn't him on that last one. That was Britt Beasley took that last 3. And the ensuing possession, Stover gets all bandaged up and then comes in and commits his 5th foul.
Well, they're not sending anyone off the floor yet.
Scores table did say 5.
Yep, there we go.
Markel Lowe's checking. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Princeton doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Right.
No.
They're going to have a long conversation on the bus home.
So the referee this time pretty much forces.
He's letting them know. Yeah, it was on.
Forces him off the floor.
It was on Stover.
And they've been trying the same thing again. And I don't know if that was
I wouldn't try that again.
Now I'm wondering if that was intentional the first time.
I don't know. It cost them 6 points.
They tried to do it right there as that time Beasley tried to come off the floor, and the official stopped him and sent Stover off. So maybe they were trying to do that. I'm not sure. Have to ask the coach after the game. Malachi Lewis getting red hot on that free throw line. He makes another one. Second one up. I jinxed him. No good.
Great rebound by Blankenship.
Blankenship comes out with the board, gets it out to Kelly. Kelly back inside to Blankenship. Kicks it outside. Benitez trying to get him to slow down, but they won't. And Andre Wright hits the 3 from the corner for the Red Devils. 50-45. Oak Hill leads it. Andre Wright with a huge bucket.
Credit Jacob Blankenship with keeping that possession alive.
Absolutely.
A big offensive rebound.
Absolutely. Princeton in the ensuing possession. Basket put up and in by Cohen Sarton. Makes the 2-pointer. Princeton alive.
I've said all night that Oak Hill will live with that, but he hit a big one right there. But I think Benitez will rather have Sarton out 20 feet, but he had a big one there.
I don't know if the score is wrong or they had it wrong to begin with, but it was 50-45. That was a 2-pointer, but now it's 50-48. So
I thought that was a 3-pointer.
I did too.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
I thought that was a 3.
Okay, my fault. I can't see real well, Lucas, to begin with.
Well,
and then I have all these players up in front of me. That makes it even tougher.
Well,
I'm going to blame it on them.
Well, here's the thing. You're not the one wearing glasses right now.
That's right.
I am.
Well, I got glasses and they're laying here on the table. Maybe that's the problem. Problem with my glasses is I put them on, I can see everything right here, but I can't see nothing out there. Yeah, I really honestly thought he was at the foul line. I am blind.
It must be awful to get old, huh, Lucas?
All right, so that was a 3. 50-48 is your score. 2:30 to go in the ball game. We're in overtime. Big basket by Andre Wright put Oak Hill up by 5. Then on the other end, Cohen Sarton hits the big 3.
There's that pressure again.
Yep. And Oak Hill struggled mightily with this.
They got to get over the timeline.
In regulation. Finally pass out of it. One of the problems, and Malachi Lewis takes a shot that's blocked. Blankenship tries to rebound, but he runs out of bounds with it. Turnover, Oak Hill. And, you know, coach long enough to know the problem Oak Hill's having here, they're holding on to the ball way too long, and they're allowing that double team to get on them, and they're not passing out of the double team before it gets to them, and that's what they've got to start doing. Oak Hill not really pressuring on the other side, but Princeton having trouble with their pressure as well.
The old adage, Greg, is nothing's faster on the court than the ball.
That's right.
Nobody can move faster than the ball can move.
2 minutes left in the ball game. Princeton with it. Sarton, top of the key, makes a move to the left, drops it off to Collins.
I would really sag off Don Collins.
Yeah, I would too. I think you need to encourage him to go ahead and take the shot. Sarton inside to Lowe. Lowe. Back around to Beasley. I think Beasley's the one you don't want shooting it. I think anybody else, you'll give them shots unless they're layups. And you don't want that. And that time,
they're going to have a foul on the shot. Oh, it's a tee. Oh, they're going to tee Kelly up. Man, I would have liked to see the ref swallow his whistle a little bit right there.
So that's 2 fouls, and Trevor Kelly got the technical and the foul on the shot. And I think the rule still is technical counts as a personal, so he's done if that's the case.
That's huge too. I think you're right.
So Trevor Kelly, bad situation there.
If the personal was on Kelly, I never saw who the personal was.
It was on
they're
Kelly.
saying it's fine. Yeah,
it was
so
on
Kelly's done. He had a nice night. I got him with 9 points and 11 rebounds, but he's done.
Yeah, and that was huge right there. That gives Princeton 4 free throws now, as Kalen Kaiser got that rebound or went in. The shot and was fouled.
You never know what is said. We don't know what he said, but man, that was a really quick trigger tee.
Yeah.
It looked like, especially at this point in the game.
Yeah, you have to think that maybe there was some bad language used.
Maybe a magic word.
Yep. And the free throw woes continue as Kaiser misses the first. He'll get a second. And the second one is good. Makes 1 of 2. And now they'll shoot the technical fouls. And Britt Beasley will shoot the 2 technicals. First one is good. Bad thing here, too, is Princeton will get the basketball. Second free throw is no good. So we stay knotted up at 50 apiece. 1:30 left in the overtime. Come down to the wire again.
We expect nothing less from a sectional rivalry.
So Neely checks in for Kaiser after he shoots those foul shots, Greg.
Yep.
So they set Kaiser down.
All right, here's Princeton with it. Beasley out top, over to Collins. Collins out front, holding it.
They're in no hurry. They could be trying to hold for a last shot.
They may
here.
be. Beasley and Collins is passing it back and forth out front. Waiting on a little low-kill pressure here. Looks like they'll lay back and let him run it.
Of the guys on the floor, I think you definitely have to identify Beasley as the shooter.
Yes, no question. Low-kill, I would think, needs to come out and put a little pressure on. They don't want to just let him run the clock down and get a last shot. And force the action just a little bit. And definitely out front. Down to 20 seconds. And Princeton will take a timeout. 17.7 seconds. We're just going to stay here. 17.7 seconds left in the overtime. Score tied up. 50 apiece.
So we mentioned Beasley's probably your shooter out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe try to run some type of set for their big guy, Cohen Sarton. The other guys on the floor, frankly, I mean, we've seen Collins really struggle from the outside. We haven't seen Markel Lowe do much from the outside. You'd almost live, you don't want to give them a wide open look, but you'd almost live with them shooting the ball.
Right, an outside shot, yeah. Yeah, you'd almost want to give that up, I would think, with the exception of Beasley, who's made a few tonight.
He's definitely the shooter on the floor. You want to find him in whatever set they come out in. You can't leave him.
So Princeton has possession with 1:07 seconds. They run it all the way down to 17.7. Call timeout. Set up their play. Let's see what they got, Lucas.
I'll add this to what you two were talking about. The foul situation, if an offensive foul is called, that's free throw stroke kill the other way. Because they're at 5. It's not likely, but it's possible.
Always could happen.
Yeah.
Always could happen.
The way this game is gone, I wouldn't bet against it.
Nope. I wouldn't either. So Princeton will have the basketball, 17.7 seconds left.
And this is the same 5 that they had. So this is the same 5 on the floor again for Princeton.
See what they got drawn up. Here's Beasley with it. Guarded by Hicks out front. A little more pressure over to Collins, down to 10.
For Sarton.
Sarton with the 3. It's up. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by Tom Jones. And that's going to do it for overtime number 1. We will go to overtime number 2 here in just a minute. They had a pretty good look at it that time.
They ran a nice set.
Yep.
Sarton had a really nice look, and I think I mentioned it, that they were probably going to either run something for Beasley or Sarton. It was going to be one of the two.
Yep.
And Sarton had a really good look. And how about Tom Jones?
Yeah.
Huge rebound. The kids really played solid minutes for Oak Hill tonight.
Yep. Been a big help off the bench. Done a good job. Had a big rebound earlier. Nice pass. Got him a nice bucket a little bit ago. Now comes up with a big rebound with 1 second left. And Oak Hill not able to get a timeout, but they're okay with that. Score knotted up 50 apiece, and we'll go to overtime number 2.
Well, guys, if you like high school basketball, this has had a lot of drama.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of drama, especially there at the end of regulation with the double technical and Malachi stepping up and hitting 6 big foul shots in a row to send this into overtime. And that, I mean, and really that's the story of this game right now, because Oak Hill was kind of dead in the water at that point until that happened.
Yeah, they made up 6 points with no time off the clock, and that was huge. That was huge. And then, of course, we get to technical down here, and the 2-shot foul allows them to tie the game up on the other end. So
that is really, I know that I've seen that at some point where a player that's fouled out stayed on the floor, but for the life of me, I can't pinpoint where I've seen it. That's a really unusual circumstance right there, too.
Yeah, it nearly happened twice.
Yeah.
Somebody on the bench is getting a good talking to. Whoever keeps the stats for Princeton.
And I saw the scorer's table signal 5 when they got that foul. So I know they knew. All right, here's the tip. Collins gets it this time. And Princeton with the basketball. Start of the second overtime. Dom Collins with it on the wing. Back to Beasley, top of the key. And there's Sarton again, and this time he makes it.
Sure did. Big shot.
He's probably thinking, why didn't I do that on the last 3? End this thing. 53-50, Princeton with the lead. Pressure being applied to Oak Hill, and again, Oak Hill had struggled as they throw it out of bounds. They have struggled mightily with this pressure tonight.
They really have.
Zaylen Neagley checks back into the game, and he checks in for Kalen Kaiser. Subbing a little offense-defense now. Oak Hill will have to come out now and pressure up a little bit on defense. 3:30 to go in the second overtime. I'm sure Princeton thinking if we're not going to guard us, we'll just head out here and pass it around. But before I can get that out of my mouth, Sarton with 3, number 2, and he nails it from the corner. And that gives Princeton a 6-point lead. 2 big threes by Cohen Sarton. Andre Wright with the 3 on the other end.
How big has Andre Wright been tonight?
Man, wow.
He's got 16 off the bench.
Yep. That's his 3rd 3 of the night. Here's Princeton with it. They're not fooling around this time. Beasley straight to the rim, and he scores it. And pressure again being applied by Princeton. Wright fights his way through it, goes up and lays it in. Andre Wright, really nice ball game tonight.
Can't say enough about Andre Wright. 18 points off the bench.
58-55, Princeton leads it. Timeout Oak Hill. 2:28 left in the second overtime. Let's get us a quick break in here and catch our breath just for a second as this timeout rolls along. 58-55 your score. Princeton leads it. We'll be back after these messages.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
All right, welcome back to the Lilly Center, Fred Ferry Court. And just talking to the officials here, Kirk McCowan. I never did mention the officials' names tonight. Kirk McCowan is one of those guys. Jimmy Lieber, I think, is the other. And Alan Settle the third. They've done a pretty decent job tonight. Tough game to officiate is what he said.
Very tough game, very physical.
And anytime a team is applying pressure like Princeton is, it is hard to call that because you don't want to call foul every single time, and it makes it tough. All right, here comes Princeton with it.
They really got to find Sarton in this zone. He's hit 2 big shots in here in overtime.
If you're Oak Hill, you're going to have to think about coming out of this zone, at least on the top, getting some pressure because they're going to
You'll live with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Collins wisely didn't shoot it.
He wasn't going to shoot it. They don't have to shoot. I'm sure that's what their coach told them. And we get a foul this time on Andre Wright on the reach around. That was a foul. Fans didn't like it, but you know what? There's always half the fans don't like the call.
Exactly. There's only one person's opinion really matters.
That's right. That's the third team foul, only the third team foul in this overtime, which is fourth quarter and then 2 overtimes. So it's been like a whole quarter here. Only the third team foul on Oak Hill. So Princeton will inbound. Markel Lowe set the inbound.
That's a tough shot.
Tough shot by Sarton, and they're going to call the foul.
It's on Kiska.
Kiska, yeah, tough foul right there, but that was a tough shot.
That was really good defense.
And Princeton now going to take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll just stay here this time. And, you have him in a bad spot right there. You don't want to foul him in that situation. Yeah,
because you'll live with that little tough turnaround on the baseline, and I guess he just nicked him on the elbow there.
Yep.
And so that gets now both teams have 5 team fouls, so any common foul, both teams will be shooting the rest of the way in overtime.
Yep, both teams will be in the, I don't even know what they call it.
I don't either.
Foul bonus, I guess.
And again, we have some key players out for both teams. Trevor Kelly's fouled out. Nicholas Fleming fouled out with 14 points. Gavin Stover's fouled out for Princeton with 10 points. So both teams are without some key contributors here in the second overtime.
Yep. All right, so Sarton will go to the line. He'll have 2 shots. That was a shooting foul, and it was the 5th foul anyway.
And again, I'll mention Benitez Jackson really showing a lot of faith in Tom Jones, having him in here in this key situation.
Minute 44 left in the ball game. Sarton's free throw in and out, no good. So again, both teams struggling from the free throw line, except for Malachi Lewis. He's the only one who hasn't struggled. Second free throw up and in by Sarton.
He's in the double figures. He's got 11 now.
59-55, 140 to go. Oak Hill needs to get the ball up and over half court. And finally, Malachi Lewis takes it across, and now they call the foul on Markel Lowe. So maybe they're going to call a little closer out there in the front court. Malachi Lewis will go to the line.
That was dangerously close to 10 seconds, too.
Very close.
In fact, when the whistle was blown, I thought it was going to be a 10-second call.
Malachi will have 2 free throws. A chance to cut the lead to 2. First one's up, around the rim, and rolls out. No good. Free throw number 2 coming up, and trying to check in the game is Cole Nelson, and on the way off the floor, Kalen Kaiser gave him a pretty good jolt, knocked him almost back to the bench. He probably thought, maybe I ain't supposed to be going in.
Kaiser's a pretty good football player, so he can give you a pretty good jolt.
Yeah. Second free throw by Lewis is up and in. Malachi Lewis makes 1 of 2.
Malachi's got 20 tonight.
8 for 11 from the free throw line. 1:25 left in the second overtime. 59-56 your score. Princeton with the lead. Here starting with it.
I think they're going to have to foul, Greg. I think Princeton will be content just to play
I would
four
foul
quarters.
right now. I would foul
Collins. I would too. You got to foul him.
Yep, foul him immediately.
That's the smart play.
Yep, good
and
play.
Benitez Jackson came off the bench and he was telling Armani, foul him.
Yep.
Yeah, good coaching.
Yeah, and you got to do that even with this much time left because you take your chances with him at the line. You can't let him run much more clock. You're down 3.
Yeah.
Take your chances with this. This gives you a couple possessions this way. Dom Collins steps up. First free throw, front of the rim, no good. He is 0 for 6 from the line in this second half.
You have to wonder now if Rob Williams will play offense, defense, and take Collins off the floor now.
Yeah.
He's really struggled tonight from the line.
Yep. Second free throw up, and it's no good. Man.
And that's a bad foul by Kalen Kaiser, too.
Yep. Kaiser fouls in the backcourt.
Gosh, that's a bad foul. That's what drives you crazy as a coach.
Yeah, and that took 2 seconds off the clock, and Oak Hill with Malachi Lewis will come down with 2 free throws.
Just no reason to reach in 70 feet from the basket and give him 2 free throws here.
First free throw by Lewis. Round the rim and in. Good. We'll have another chance to close the gap to 1. Minute 8 seconds left.
And if he hits this, Collins is still out on the floor for Princeton. And I'm telling you, I'd go right back at him.
I think I would too, because every one he misses makes the next one that much harder. Malachi Lewis makes the second free throw.
I'd foul him right now. Yep. And they do, yeah.
And they do. Good job by the Red Devils. Good job by Coach Jackson getting the foul quick on Dom Collins, who is 0 for 7 here in the second half. I don't think he shot any in the first half. I don't remember. Look here real quick and see. No, he didn't shoot any free throws in the first half, so he's 0 for 7 in the second half. Collins at the line, 1:06 to go in the game. First free throw up, on the rim, no good. Like I said, Lucas, every one he shoots, the pressure builds. Mm-hmm. You know, every one he misses, it just makes it worse. Because you know that's in his head right now.
It has to be.
Greg, you have to think at some point Rob Williams is just going to take him off the floor offensively.
Right. Second free throw, Collins. This time he makes it. Good job, Dom. Needed to make one. I felt bad for him.
That's his first point of the night.
Yep.
But it was a big one.
In the stands now. I think they're going to say that ball got tipped.
Makes him 1 for 9 on the night, shooting free throws. And Gavin Brown into the game for Princeton now. Defensive substitution, I'm sure. 58 seconds to go in this second overtime. 60-58 your score. Princeton leads it. Here's Malachi Lewis. Gets it in the free loan. Jones, free shot up, no good.
That's probably not the shot Benitez was thinking about right there.
Tom Jones pulled the trigger quick from the free throw line, closely guarded.
And now Princeton's going to be content to just...
Yep. And again, Oak Hill has to come out, and they have moved Collins down into the corner, and they don't want to give the ball to him, so he's just standing in the corner.
There.
Yep. So they foul.
That's Gavin Brown.
Gavin Brown, who just checked in the game. I think it's first time tonight, I believe.
He's played, but not very much.
Right.
So
I don't think he's been in this second half.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Played the first half. So he'll have 2 free throws, 60-58.
I didn't see who that foul was on.
I didn't either. Somebody grabbed him out top. First free throw up and good.
That's his first point of the night.
He'll have a second. 61-58 is your score. Second free throw, around the rim, no good. Malachi Lewis comes out there with it for Oak Hill. Malachi between the legs, and he gets reached in, and that's a foul. And that's probably not a bad foul. by Britt Beasley out there on Malachi Lewis because the clock is down to 19 seconds. He only gets 2 free throws.
Now, I have that as Britt's 4th foul, so he's got to be careful. One more and he's out of the game.
So Malachi Lewis will have 2. First one up and in. Good.
Coach, I feel a possibility out here. You think you can intentionally miss, get the rebound?
I don't know that I would do that with this much time left. I think you still have time. He makes this free throw, cuts the lead to 1. I think you take your chances on trying to steal the inbound, and if you don't get to steal, then you make a foul.
Especially like with Princeton foul shots tonight, you'll definitely be able to put them on the line, seeing what they can do.
Absolutely. I think you got to make them shoot free throws. Take your chances that way. Especially with our size that we have in there now. We don't have a lot of size other than Blankenship. It'd be tough to pull that rebound. Malachi Lewis, 11 for 15 from the free throw line in his second half. He's done a heck of a job there. He was 1 for 2 in the first half. So that would make him 12 for 17 for the game.
And again, Princeton as a team has not shot foul shots very well. Obviously, we know what Collins has done. We just saw Gavin Brown go 1 of 2.
Yep.
Markel Lowe hasn't. I don't think Markel Lowe's hit anything from outside. I'd feel okay putting him on the line if I'm Oak Hill. Yep. So
yeah,
they have some options here to foul.
Yep, several of them you take a chance on. Markel Lowe, Brown, Collin, and definitely if you want to get if they give it to Dom Collins, you definitely want to foul him.
If you're Rob Williams, you're trying to keep it in Beasley and Sarton's hands right now.
Yeah, Sarton come on big in this second overtime. 2 straight threes. Didn't miss lead. All right, Malachi Lewis with his second free throw. Up and in. 61-60. Full court pressure by Oak Hill, and immediately.
That's not the guy you want.
No, you saw.
And Benitez reacted to it.
Yeah, you saw Coach Benitez look down at the floor and say, no,
that's
Jacob
not
Blankenship.
the guy you wanted to foul.
Fouls the wrong guy, and he puts Sarton on the line. But that's okay. Only 1 second runs off the clock. So Sarton will go to the line, shooting 2. First one up, no good. He'll get another. He's only 2 for 7 this second half.
I mean, as a team, Princeton has been terrible from the line tonight.
Makes the second one. 3 for 7, actually, this half.
So it's a 2-point game.
All right, 14 seconds. Down to 13. Here's Hicks into the front court. Drives it in. A lot of contact, and we get a blocking foul. We're sending Armani Hicks to the line. That foul on Gavin Brown. Tried to draw the charge. And Hicks will go to the line with a chance to tie it up. Excuse me, I have Armani Hicks 1 for 1 tonight at the free throw line. 9 seconds to go. 62-60 is your score. Hicks with his first one. It is up. It is short. No good. He'll get a second. Hicks with his second free throw off the side of the rim. No good. Fight for the rebound. And that's going to be a foul on Jacob Blankenship over the back. Not a bad foul as Markel Lowe secured the rebound. Blankenship goes over the back. So that'll send Markel Lowe to the other end to shoot free throws. So not typically a bad foul right there. You're down.
You'll live with that.
Yeah, you got a foul. You might as well foul immediately and save the clock. So Markel Lowe to the free throw line.
And Markel, I have him as scoreless so far.
Yep, and these are his first free throws of the night. 7.9 seconds left. Princeton 62-60 with the lead. Lowe's free throw up and in. And he shot that like he knew what he was doing.
Sure did. Shot that with confidence.
A lot of confidence. He just stroked it in there. 63-60. And we've got a timeout for Oak Hill. 7.9 seconds to go in the second overtime. Princeton leads at 63-60. Markel Lowe will be shooting second free throw. And if you're Oak Hill, what Benitez is talking about now is if he misses, you got to get down and get that three up. If he makes, you just got to get it down and score as quick as you can, take a timeout, hope for something good on the inbounds play.
Yeah, absolutely. Oak Hill's not in the spot they want to be in.
No, not with 7.9 seconds left. If he makes this, the game's pretty much over unless something crazy happens. Be awful hard to score 4 points with 7 seconds.
Yeah. But he's got to make it, and that's
right.
That's been a problem for Princeton at the line tonight. Is making their foul shots.
I'm anxious to figure up their total free throw shooting tonight.
I can't imagine that's going to be a very pretty number.
No, it will not be.
I have them unofficially 10 of 26 right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Actually, 10 of 27, actually.
Yeah, wow.
Even worse. Ugh. Yeah, that's not ideal.
No.
It's hard to believe they can be 10 of 27 and be up.
And be ahead, yeah.
In the second overtime, no less.
Right. All right, Markel Lowe with his second. And
Big
it's
shot.
good.
Big shot from Markel Lowe. Nice job.
4-point lead. We're down to 6 seconds. Here's Malachi Lewis. Pulls up.
Good
Three-pointer
block.
is blocked by Lowe. And that's going to do it as the clock runs out. And the Princeton Tigers, in a fantastic ball game, they win it 64-60 in 2 overtimes over the Oak Hill Red Devils. So a heck of a ball game tonight, Lucas.
Oh, yeah, it was. And I said it a million times. You expect nothing less from a sectional game.
Right.
These two teams know each other, and they don't like each other that much.
Yeah, that was a really good ball game by both teams. Both teams hung in there when it looked like, if you think back, Oak Hill had a possession to go up 8 at one point late in the game, and just like that, Princeton went on a 13-2 run and took the lead over them. And then Oak Hill battles back and is able to maintain and stay in there until overtime. So a great job by both teams. I thought both teams played really well, really hard. Wasn't the best shooting of nights by either team, but it's still an entertaining ball game.
Free throws mattered. They got Oak Hill back in the game when Malachi made those 6 straight.
Yep.
And Princeton, like you said, 11 of 28 from the foul line.
Yep. We'll go back and tally it all up just to make sure before we sign off tonight. We'll give those final stats. So let's get us a break in here. We'll tally up the final stats here from the Lilly Center in Oak Hill. Princeton wins at 64-60 in double overtime. Appreciate you watching here on the New River Network. We'll return, wrap it up from the Lilly Center. Stay with us, everybody.
Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network. See hard-hitting wrestling action from today's rising stars in independent wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan of any generation, let us introduce you to the hottest wrestling promotion in West Virginia. You can also join a live show at the Crossroads Mall. Retro Reset Wrestling is coming to you every Thursday at 9 p.m. on the New River Network.
All right, back here at the Lilly Center with the wrap-up of the game. Good ball game tonight. 64-60, Princeton wins it in double overtime. They move to 3-0 on the season. Oak Hill falls to 1-3. Oak Hill's next game will be at Woodrow Wilson on December the 28th. And for Princeton, coming up next, let me dig it out here. For Princeton, their next ball game, let me see here. They don't even have Oak Hill on their schedule, so I'm not even going to say Preston. That's why. So Oak Hill don't play Preston County, do they?
No.
So we don't know who they play next. But anyway, fantastic ball game here tonight as the Tigers defeat the Red Devils 64-60 double overtime. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't a great shooting night by either team. And these are unofficial stats, but I had actually Princeton shot fairly well from the 2-point range. They were 13 to 26, 50%. 9 for 19 from 3, and then 11 for 28 from the free throw line. Really rough shooting from the free throw line. Oak Hill, on the other hand, I don't have them a lot of 2-point field goal attempts. I only had them for 17 on the night, and I may be off a couple there. But I had them 7 for 21 from the 3-point line, 18 for 28 from the free throw line. So I don't know how accurate those are unofficial stats, of course. You guys may have something better than what I have, but nonetheless, a poor shooting night, I think, by both teams, especially from the free throw line, other than Malachi Lewis, who was outstanding from the free throw line. He made 11 of 15, actually 12 of 16, I think, on the night. So not a good shooting night by either team, but entertaining ball game.
I'll be a little bit generous. After all, it is almost Christmas. It's not a great shooting night, but I'll attribute it to good defense because both teams pressured a lot, and neither of them handled it really well. Yep. It was a really physical game.
Yeah, and Chris, I know we've talked about it all night. I think the pressure that Princeton put on Oak Hill and Oak Hill's inability to handle that pressure at all was the huge difference in the ballgame.
Well, frankly, I thought Princeton took the fight to Oak Hill, and Oak Hill kind of wilted a little bit there in the fourth quarter. And honestly, if not for a bookkeeper's mistake where Beasley gets a technical foul and then there's another technical foul, I don't think this game is ever going to see overtime.
Right.
And unfortunately for Oak Hill, this is the second game in a row where they've had a comfortable lead. They were up 11 going into the fourth quarter against Greenbrier East, lost that lead. They were up, I think, 7 or 8 here against Princeton here in the fourth quarter, and Princeton turned on the pressure, and Oak Hill just wilted. So this is two really tough losses in a row where it felt like Oak Hill had control in the fourth quarter and just couldn't close out the game. Yeah,
and I think you talk about that pressure. Oak Hill had the basketball with an opportunity to go up 8 or 9, and Oak Hill applied that pressure, and they went on a 13-2 run at that stage of the game, and that 13-2 run was the difference. I mean, they come back, they tied, they took a lead. Oak Hill did fight back and get it into overtime, but that 13-2 run was huge. And like you said, I think Oak Hill, they had it under control really, but that pressure on them out front just absolutely just annihilated them. They could not handle it.
Couldn't, yeah, absolutely.
So I think that was the big difference in the game. Well, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Wrap it up here from the Lilly Center here on Fred Ferry Court. Fantastic ball game tonight, and a lot of fun doing it with you guys. We appreciate all the help. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be letting you know on Facebook, Twitter, those things when our next broadcast will be, whether there'll be a show or whether there'll be a ball game. We'll let you know that for sure, and we hope you'll join us for that. So we're going to sign off now from the Lilly Center in Oak Hill. Princeton Tigers 64, Oak Hill 60. Good night, everybody.